This is Rock and Roll English. Real people, real English. Here's your host, Martin Johnston.
Hello everyone and welcome to another episode of Rock and Roll English. Episode number 169, baby. Oh yeah. In today's episode I speak to Boom Boom Cannon. Yes, he is back, baby. You will find out why he hasn't been on the show for so long in the conversation. And for any new listeners that don't know who Boom Boom is, because it's been so long, just to give you some quick facts about him. He is another one of my friends from school. We lived together in London for 2 years, about 10 years ago. Boom Boom now lives in Sweden. He's very good at academic things, and annoyingly, he's very good looking. Anyway, all of the Rock and Roll English from the episode will be on the website rockandrollenglish.com/episode 169. And remember, if you want a podcast every day, rockandrollenglish.com/family. Here is the conversation. I will speak to you all again at the end. Happy listening. Boom Boom Cannon, how are you today?
I'm good, Martin. Good to be back.
Oh, it's good to have you back. How much we have missed you, Boom Boom. I have been crying every single night, let me tell you.
Oh, really? That's nice to hear. I'm glad to hear it.
Well, I'm glad too. We're starting on a very positive note, which is something I don't really like, I must admit. I much prefer the negativity.
Let's have a couple of minutes of positivity and then we can descend.
Well, that's a very good idea because things will get negative very soon. But you've been writing your thesis, is that right?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know how much we really want to talk about this. It's quite boring. I certainly don't want to talk about it, having just spent the last few months writing it. But yeah, well, that's done.
First of all, I would like to tell you that I was thinking of doing a whole podcast about writing a thesis. But as you very correctly just mentioned, it's not the most interesting topic. I couldn't find many interesting things to talk about.
No, it's really not. And also, I haven't actually found out if my thesis has passed yet or not. So I'm not sure I'm emotionally ready to talk about it yet either.
If you don't pass something academic, then I'm going to become a woman. Okay, it's just not going to happen.
Yeah, but
I've
taken my essay writing abroad these days, and you don't know how it's going to go down.
Some nice rock and roll vocabulary there. You don't know how it's going to go down. You don't know how it's going to be kind of accepted, I suppose.
Yeah.
Very true, though. One thing you can clear up for us, though, so clear up to clarify, because I actually generally don't know this. The word is thesis, which, by the way, is like a sort of university project that you have to write. What's the one about shit? Is it theses?
With an F.
So what is the word?
Theses.
Oh, feces with an F. Okay, right, got you.
Yeah, it's just obviously with our sort of Essex dialect, we tend to, the Fs and the THs sound very similar.
That's why I can't distinguish the two words. So feces, by the way, is sort of like a posh way to say shit, basically.
Yeah. I thought you would be aware of that because it's one of your favourite topics.
Well, absolutely, but I don't know how to talk in a posh way. That's the problem.
Yeah, no, I've definitely been doing a thesis. I mean, I've done a few theses in the meantime as well, but the thing I've been writing is a thesis.
Got ya.
Yeah.
Got ya.
You can just say essay from now on if you like. That's fine.
Essay, very long essay.
Long essay.
Anyway, so speaking of very long, we're going on very long with this introduction,
Yeah.
so let's get to the business. How do we usually start the show, Boom Boom?
It's been so long. I'm not sure I can remember, but is it still a review?
Still a review? Do you think we have a review?
Yeah, I'm going to say yes.
Well, you are correct, Boom Boom. It's from Kirill Hanolainen. As always, apologies for the pronunciation. And it says, "Dear Martin and all those beautiful people involved in this project." Definitely talking about you there, Boom Boom.
Thank you.
Is there any chance for me to leave a review here on Facebook? Just to clarify, people, yes, there is. Facebook, Spotify, anything that you use, leave a review there. It goes on to say, I've been listening to your podcast for about 6 months and I can definitely say that it has become my English language learning routine. Episodes are amazing and topics are always so interesting to listen to. And the most important thing is that vocabulary just pops up in a very natural way. I mean, you guys are doing a great job, and I'm sure all the listeners would agree that you deserve praise exposing non-native people to the world of English. Thank fuck I came across your show. Thank you very much, guys. Kirill from St. Petersburg, Russia. Well, thank you, Kirill, for that review. So now we are on to the real episode, Boom Boom. As I said, I thought about the thesis, but that wasn't possible. So we're taking the next step because now you've finished now your studies. So you need to go in the big wide world. Is that right?
Yeah. That's true. That's one way of putting it. Yeah.
I feel like I'm talking to like a 16-year-old.
Yeah, that I felt like you were as well. And I'm sort of worried where this is leading as well. But I think if by what you mean is I now have to just go back to working full time, then yes, I do.
Well, that's what I was sort of moving towards, and just to like get you really happy about it, because this week of the podcast is International Week of Happiness at Work. So that's international, all of the world. But as I mentioned before, I don't really want to concentrate on the good things because there's been a bit too much positivity on this podcast for my liking in recent months. So I thought we could look at the negative things of work, Boom Boom, just to get you really pumped up. So really excited about going back to work.
Fantastic. Thanks.
So no problem at all. So we're going to look at things that are annoying at work. So obviously I've got a list here. One thing that is annoying is colleagues who are clueless about technology. So clueless, that don't understand anything. Does that annoy you, Boom Boom?
Well, I suppose, yeah, it's quite annoying. Also, if it gives you a chance to show off some of your, your PowerPoint skills, your Excel skills, then that's not a bad thing.
Do a nice little calculation on a spreadsheet in Excel.
Yeah,
baby, yeah.
The
girls love that, don't they?
Yeah, you drop a macro in, and the girls, they like it.
They go weak at the knees.
Yes,
so you go weak at the knees because you can't stand up, because just seeing someone use a spreadsheet is so sexually exciting, obviously. I'm one of those people, though, that is clueless about technology, especially where I work now, the photocopier.
Ooh,
there's
tricky.
just so much to it. You've got, like print on both sides, colour, black and white, changing the paper. You need to write a thesis in photocopiers to understand what's going on.
You don't have to keep bringing my thesis back into it. It's fine. But yeah, the changing the paper, I think, is one of those things that often you get there, you see it's out of paper. You think someone needs to change this. But I'm just going to walk away from the machine,
Exactly.
Pretend I never saw that, and hope that someone else does it.
Oh, that is what I do all the time. I see it and just think, I don't really need to print this. I think I'll be okay.
This
Fuck
can
it.
wait. Yeah.
Yeah, so that's definitely me. So one thing that I find annoying about when I've worked in offices is making tea. I know you're a big tea lover though, Boom Boom. What are your thoughts on this? Because the problem that I had in the past, I'm not a big tea drinker, but sometimes I might have one. And then someone says, I'll have one. And you think, look, fucking hell, I can't bring like 10 teas back. And then someone says something like, I'll have a cappuccino. Fucking put your cappuccino up your arse. You'll get a cup of tea and nothing else, okay? They get really complicated.
Yeah, I mean, I worked in a place where definitely it was very much if you were doing a tea, you'd get a round of teas in. But in the last place I worked, it was sort of each man or woman for themselves. Just sort
politically
yourself
correct,
out.
Boom Boom. Come
exactly,
on,
always. So which was much better.
Yeah.
Just sort yourself out.
Exactly. It drives me absolutely up the wall. So if something drives you up the wall, it makes you crazy. And something else, which obviously does as well, are birthdays. Okay, there's a lot to discuss here, so we're going to break it down. The first thing is the whip round. So when you have a whip round, someone comes around and says, okay, so we're collecting money for Boom Boom's birthday, for example. And you've always got to think, how much do I like this person? How much money do I want to give?
Yeah, that can be tricky. And then on the other side as well, I've definitely had it where at work where then I've been given sort of a gift for a birthday or an occasion, and you sort of think, well, I think this cost about this much, and there's this many people in the team. On average, they've each put in about £1.20 here. This is poor.
That's really getting in the birthday spirit. Everyone singing happy birthday to you. You're just counting the number of people in the room.
Looking at my present and thinking, it's about 20 quid this. There's 10 of you lot.
Oh, I've been there as well, Boom Boom. I have been there as well. The next thing about the birthdays, obviously, is signing the cards as well. You got to think, I want to try and write something funny, but I don't want to think about it for too long. Or if it's someone you don't really know, what do you write then?
It's hard. You want to come up with something original, don't you? But just play it safe, I think.
Just a nice happy birthday. But the other thing as well, if it's a woman, do I put a kiss? Does that make it look like too friendly? Because I don't know if everyone knows this. In England, if you make like an X, that counts as like a kiss. Maybe if you send a text message with an X at the end, that's a kiss. And you think, this is a woman, shall I put a kiss to be friendly? Or she might think I'm coming on to her. So if you're coming on to someone, you're making moves in a sexual way, let's say.
Just do kisses all round, I think. Kisses for the men, kisses for the women.
Also a solution. I once had, when I worked in an office, it was just like a temporary university job for Easter holidays. And it was actually my leaving card. And even then I thought, I've only been here like a month. Is it necessary to get me this leaving card? And someone actually wrote, I'm going to miss you, even if I never spoke to you. And I thought, how much are you going to miss me? We've never had a conversation. When you're thinking, all of those times when I didn't talk to you, it's going to be so strange without you here.
Work's just not going to be the same without you, even though we've never spoken.
I just thought, just don't sign it. Just say, no, I don't know who he is. Just, that would be a lot easier.
Simple. You're not going to think, I can't believe that person I never spoke to didn't sign my card.
Exactly. I didn't know her name.
Yeah, but, maybe she just admired you from afar.
Well, I mean, that's obvious, Canon. I think all of the office thought that. I mean, that I think only happens to you, Canon. That's never happened to me. I don't think anyone at work has ever fancied me. So when you fancy someone, you like them in a romantic way, let's say. Boom Boom's got loads of people following him.
This is why I'm not working anymore. It was just too much too much trouble, more trouble than it was worth.
Some nice vocabulary there, more trouble than it was worth. So the hard work Boom Boom was putting in for just that small value. I can just imagine how difficult that would be, Boom Boom, having all of the office. So it's best just to not work anymore, because you're just going to get loads of girls just throwing themselves at you. So when you throw yourself at someone, you just say, look, I'm here. Have sex with me now. That's why I quit. So, yeah. What a difficult life you have, Boom Boom. And then on the birthday thing as well, it's your turn. That when it comes round and, the cake's there and you're just thinking, everyone's singing happy birthday. I always think, what am I supposed to do when everyone's singing happy birthday? Do you like a thumb up? What's the vibe?
Yeah, join in to yourself.
You can't sing happy birthday to yourself.
No. I think you just have to smile and nod.
Yeah. Just thinking, when is this going to end? Fucking hurry up. Sing fast. And the cake thing as well, when it's someone else's one, it's obviously great. There's cake. Yeah, all good. And then the moment comes when you finish and you think, can I leave now? Do I want to be the first one? Do I have to wait for someone else? I've got things to do. I've got a meeting. But I sort of feel bad just getting my cake and fucking off.
Can't be the first one just to, gradually move away from the birthday scene.
Exactly. So everyone's looking at each other thinking, look, someone's got to go in a minute. We can't stay here all day. Moving on, changing topic slightly. Emails at work. So obviously a big email goes out maybe to the whole company, and then some idiot presses reply all and everyone gets that email. Oh God.
Yeah, and then you start getting with like people sort of replying all saying, please remove me from this email chain. And you're just adding to trouble. You're just adding to the problem.
Just putting petrol on the fire.
Exactly.
Which is a term just to say the problem's getting worse. I do find it strange, though, how an email can be so irritating. Like, if you just get one email, it can be like, as well, I'm the same. I get an email and I just think, what the fuck is that person doing? It's just an email. It's not that bad, but it's so irritating.
Yeah, it's just kind of distracting, isn't it? And it's just, just stop bothering me.
Yeah, distracting. Like, especially when I'm working in an office, I'm always trying to find ways of not doing work, like reading football websites. And now I think you've just sent me a 2-line email that's now distracting me from doing nothing. You bitch.
Or sometimes, like, if you send someone an email and then sometimes they can just reply too quickly. You think, I was looking for, I don't want to have to deal with your response immediately. Like, take your time. Like, there's no need to rush this.
Well, the good thing about emails, though, is that it doesn't have the kind of thing of like WhatsApp or Facebook when they tell you that it's been read, unless you ask for the receipt or something like that. But that was the worst invention ever. Like WhatsApp, you can see they've read the message.
The blue ticks.
What do I do now? The fucking blue ticks.
Fucking blue ticks. Apparently, there's a way of. I don't know if it's the blue ticks or when it says when you were last online. There's a way of removing that.
Yeah, there is, but I think that then if you remove it, you can't see when other people were last online. Ooh. So you've got to decide what do you want. Boom boom.
Yeah,
it's a tough
one. Price worth paying.
Exactly. It's a very difficult decision. So another one I've got here is people who bring their babies into work. What are your thoughts about that, Boom Boom?
Well, I'm happy for them to bring them in. I just never really know how to sort of act around them.
That was,
what do you chat about? I don't know what to say really. I'm not comfortable, but
that's what I don't like. So they're putting me in an uncomfortable position. Like, what do you say? How was the birth? How was that? Like, and the girls usually go over and say something like, "Oh, it's so cute," something like that. Mm-hmm. And I will just come over and just think, "Oh God, I need to say something," and end up saying something stupid like, "Is it a boy or a girl?" Oh yeah, it's a boy. Good boy, that one. Real good. See you later.
Yeah. Good. Yeah, it is a boy. Yeah. Cool.
What one of the best ones, that. Thanks for bringing him in. It's made a massive difference to my day. Now I'm going to work so much happier now. So
and again, like a bit like with the cake, then when is it appropriate to just sort of, okay, I mean, you're still here, but I am going to go back to my desk and not just sort of hang out with you and your baby. Slowly move away.
Just think, okay, I'm far. I'm going to run now.
Yeah, like back away without sort of turning around, just slightly until you're far enough away that no one's really realised that you've left.
These are all the things you've got to look forward to again, Boom Boom, when you go back to work.
Wait. I can't wait. Yeah.
So the last one I've got here, Boom Boom, it's a small one, but something that just sort of grates away at you. So when it grates away, it's just a little bit annoying, and that happens every day. It's these little things at work. They all add up. I go out for lunch sometimes, and then I come back, and then someone says, "Oh, well, where have you been?" And I say, "I've just been for lunch." And then they say, "What did you have?" And I think, what difference does that make to your life? Is this information necessary? Let's just stick to the necessary stuff. Do you want to have a meeting about what I had for lunch?
I mean, I think you were right in saying that this is a minor thing. So, it feels a little bit like someone just trying to be nice and make conversation.
I haven't got time for it, Boom Boom.
You got football websites to read.
Oh, exactly. Especially maybe there's still a few minutes left on my lunch break. I don't want to be wasting time talking about what I've eaten. Speaking about lunch breaks, actually at work, I was thinking the other day, Boom Boom, when I lived with you, as I always refer to as the dark years. I don't know if you were connected to this, but maybe. And when I was working at a bank in London, and for my lunch break, just because I hated my job so much, and I used to like take every single second. So this was before the time of smartphones, really. Well, before everyone had one. So I would go and have something to eat, and then I would go into a library, which I signed up for the library just so I could use Facebook because it was banned at work.
So you would, on your lunch break, just log on to a different computer just to look at Facebook?
Just look at a few girls' holiday pictures. It was great. It was absolutely brilliant. Boom, boom.
Wow.
And sadly enough, that was the highlight of my day back then as well.
I kind of wish. Did anyone from work ever catch you just in the library?
No,
on a different computer. Then?
Nah, didn't catch me, mate. I was very hidden away in that library, so it was a great period, And then I would come home and have to talk to you, boom, boom. So
and the dark years. I like that. It's good. Good name.
Yeah, but luckily the dark years are over. But
thank God.
Yeah, but you have all this to look forward to, as we mentioned, boom, boom. So good luck in the real world and stuff like that.
Thanks, mate. Yeah, hopefully by the time we next speak on one of these, someone will have actually maybe given me one of these jobs that, and I can moan about that. So
well, you can always hope, boom, boom. You can always hope.
I can.
Anyway, thanks a lot for your time, boom, boom. I'm sure we'll see you very soon.
Thanks, mate. See you next time.
See you next time. Bye bye. Okay, so that was me and Boom Boom speaking about annoying things at work. So let's have a look at some of that rock and roll vocabulary. Boom Boom said that now he lives in a different country, he doesn't know how his academic skills, let's say, are going to go down. So this term go down means sort of how well they are accepted. The response, is it a good response? If it is, it goes down well. If it's not, it goes down badly. And then I asked him to clear something up for us, so to clarify something. And then we spoke about getting really pumped up. So when you get pumped up, you get excited, let's say. Maybe before you go to the gym, you pump yourself up. You go, yes, come on, I'm going to lift some heavy weights. And we had the term clueless when we said colleagues that are clueless about technology. So if you are clueless, you don't have a clue. So if you don't have a clue, you have no idea. We spoke about girls going weak at the knees if you know how to work Excel. So if you go weak at the knees, you basically are about to faint because you've seen something so amazing that you can't stand up. That is what Excel can do to women. I also said that something, I can't remember what, drives me up the wall. So if something drives you up the wall, it makes you crazy, or it drives you crazy. It's the same. We spoke about the whip round for a birthday. That's when in offices, generally in England, I'm not sure about other places, people say, oh, it's Boom Boom's birthday today. We're just having a quick whip round so you can give whatever you want, and you basically have to give money. How much? Depends on how much you like the person, as we discussed. We had the term coming on to someone. When I said, do you put a kiss in the card? Maybe they think you're coming on to them. So if you come on to someone, you're offering yourself sexually, let's say. And we had the term fancy when I said no one's ever fancied me at work. So when someone fancies you, they like you as more than a friend, let's say. Then we spoke about girls throwing themselves at Boom Boom. So they just literally jump on him and say, take me to bed. Just a normal day in the life of Boom Boom Cannon. Then we were talking about people replying to all on emails, and then someone else replies to all, and we said you're just putting petrol on the fire. You're just making the situation worse, because obviously if you see a fire and you put petrol on it, the fire is not going to go away. It's not going to get better. Then we had the term great when I said it grates me when people ask me every day, what did you have for lunch? So it's just something annoying, just a little bit annoying. But as I said, if that keeps happening, then one day, I think I will explode. Anyway, remember, all of this rock and roll vocabulary is on the website, rockandrollenglish.com, episode 169, baby. I will see you all again next week, but in the meantime, just keep on rocking, baby.
Thanks so much for listening to Rock and Roll English. For more great content and to stay up to date, visit rockandrollenglish.com and facebook.com/rockandrollenglish. We'll catch you next time.